You know that feeling when you're shopping online and you just wish you could say, "Hey AI, find me the best noise-canceling headphones for under 200 bucks and just buy them for me." Well, guess what? That future is way, way closer than you might think. Today we're diving into something called Agentic Commerce, where your AI doesn't just browse for you, it actually buys for you. So, what does this actually look like? Just imagine a world where the entire shopping trip, from finding a product to paying for it, all happens inside one single conversation. Seriously, no more bouncing between a dozen different websites or filling out the same old tedious forms over and over again. You just talk to your AI assistant and it does all the heavy lifting. It really boils down to a super simple three-step dance. First, you just ask for what you want, conversationally, like you're talking to a friend. Second, your AI agent zips out onto the internet, discovers products from millions of different shops, compares them based on exactly what you need, and brings back the best options. And finally, and this is the magic part, you give it the thumbs up and it completes the purchase right then and there, securely, instantly. It sounds incredible, right? So the big question is, why aren't we all shopping like this right now? Well, the answer is a massive technical problem, a huge bottleneck. You see, the entire shopping infrastructure of the internet was built for humans, for us to click through websites. It was never designed for AIs to talk to each other. And that's the fundamental issue. Just think about it for a second. Every single online store, every payment system, every shopping app, they're all their own little islands. They have their own unique, walled-off systems. They don't speak the same language. For us, navigating this is, just a few extra clicks. But for an AI agent trying to do business across the whole web, it's a total logistical nightmare. In the tech world, they call this the N by N integration problem. It's a mess. You've got N number of AI agents trying to connect with N number of stores. And without a common language, every single one of those connections has to be a custom, hand-built little bridge. It's impossible to scale. It just slows everything down to a crawl. So, the solution? We have to create a universal language for commerce, a single, open standard that lets any AI agent talk to any merchant totally seamlessly. It's basically like building a universal translator that just smashes down the walls between all these separate little systems. And this is the heart of what we're calling agentic commerce. It's a system where AI agents can autonomously complete purchases for you. Now, the big shift here is that AIs aren't just pointing you to information anymore. They're about to become the gatekeepers for the transaction itself. They get the authority to actually spend money on your behalf. This is the real breakthrough. A standardized protocol just collapses all of that complexity. So instead of building a million little custom bridges that are bound to break, a business can connect just once to the standard. And boom, instantly they're accessible to every AI agent, every platform, every customer that also speaks this new language. It turns that N by N nightmare into a simple, elegant, plug-and-play situation. And right now, we've got a classic tech showdown. Two major players are leading the charge to create this new language. In one corner, you've got OpenAI, teaming up with Stripe. And in the other corner, you have Google, working with a whole bunch of major retailers. So let's see how their game plans stack up. And you've got to understand, this is all happening incredibly fast. I mean, OpenAI and Stripe fired this starting gun in late 2025 with their Agent Commerce Protocol, or ACP for short. And then just a few months later, at the start of 2026, Google came right back with its own standard, the Universal Commerce Protocol, or UCP. The race is on. All right, first up, let's look at OpenAI's ACP. The easiest way to think about this one is that it's designed specifically to bring shopping right into AI chat windows, like ChatGPT. It basically writes the rulebook for how an AI agent can find your products and handle a secure checkout, all without you ever having to leave the conversation. Then you've got Google's UCP. Now, Google is playing a slightly different game here. They're positioning this as a much broader standard. They call it a unified rail for the entire shopping journey. It's not just about the purchase. It's designed to cover everything from finding the product to checking out, all the way to order management and customer support after the sale. It's the whole shebang. And this is where you can really see the difference in their strategies. ACP is laser focused on getting that transaction to happen inside a chat, like with ChatGPT. UCP, on the other hand, is thinking bigger. It wants to be the fundamental railroad track for all of e-commerce, and you can bet it's going to be built to integrate deeply into Google's entire world, from search to its AI, Gemini. What's really interesting is that UCP isn't trying to just reinvent the wheel entirely. It's actually designed to work with other open standards, like something called the Model Context Protocol, which helps AIs find and use digital tools. The goal here is to create this layered cooperative system, not just one giant protocol that tries to do everything by itself. Okay, so what does all this nerdy protocol talk actually mean for businesses on the ground? Well, it means there's a brand new kind of customer you have to start thinking about, the AI agent. And that means a completely new field of digital marketing is being born as we speak. So get ready to add a new acronym to your vocabulary. ACO, or Agentic Commerce Optimization. For decades, we've all been obsessed with SEO, search engine optimization, to get humans to our websites. Well, now, businesses are going to have to master ACO to attract and, more importantly, convert these new AI shoppers. Now, it might sound like this whole new, complicated thing, but the basic ideas are actually pretty familiar. I love how Alex Moss from Search Engine Journal put it. He just said ASEO equals SEO. And he's right. The fundamentals, making your brand clear, authoritative, easy to understand, none of that changes. You're just optimizing for a very, very different kind of visitor. But, and this is a big but, there are key differences. AI agents don't look at your website like we do. They don't care about pretty colors. They parse data. That means they rely on things like clean site architecture, content that gets straight to the point, and most importantly, rich, structured data. If your information isn't structured in a way an AI can read, then to that agent, you might as well be invisible. And the absolute #1 key to making your data understandable to an AI is a standard called schema.org. Think of it like a universal set of labels you put on everything on your site, your products, your prices, if something's in stock, your reviews, so that AI agents can understand it perfectly with zero confusion. Seriously, the experts are calling schema the glue that's going to hold this entire new agentic web together. So what can you actually do right now? First, go all in on optimizing your structured data. Second, start testing. Go to the AIs that exist today and ask them about products in your industry. See what they say about your brand. Third, get on the wait lists for platforms like Shopify or Stripe who are starting to roll this stuff out. And finally, get your hands dirty. Dig into the documentation for these protocols and just start experimenting. Now, all of this is building toward a pretty wild, kind of radical idea. If the entire shopping trip can happen inside a chat window, what on earth does that mean for the traditional website as we know it? I mean, really think about the implications here. If a customer finds your product and buys it directly through an AI conversation, they might never even see your website. All the time and money you spent on that beautiful design, that slick user interface, its value could start to go down because the AI agent is now the new storefront. The key takeaway, the big idea, is this. The internet is splitting in two. You've got the human web that we all know. It's visual, it's emotional, it's about the experience. And now we're getting an agentic web. It's driven by data, it's logical, and it's all about structure. And the huge challenge for every business from here on out is going to be building a presence that works perfectly for both. This shift from just thinking about humans to thinking about humans and agents is honestly one of the biggest changes we've ever seen in digital commerce. And it leaves us with one last really important question you need to ask yourself. Is your business ready for the day your next customer isn't a person, but an AI?